Well, I've come to realize that when I want to make a video, if I see my reflection really good, there's a chance you can see me. Because, well, it's a phone. But I just subscribed to a channel, Homestead Rewound. And in their bio, they said something that's really pretty potent and it's pretty powerful. And I bet you it happens a lot to a lot of people. They started the homestead, and after a go at it, things came up, and my impression was that they got overwhelmed with the process. The thing about life, it's like a moving freight train. Once you get it rolling, it's rolling, buddy. Ain't no stopping it. What if you change your mind? Well, you gotta learn to think on your feet. But one thing about it, it don't stop rolling. So it got me to thinking, and this is an impulse video, so I probably ain't gonna get this all on video. But I've been out here, I've been in Missouri for a couple of years, going on a couple of years. I ended up here because of COVID. And that and some decisions I had made didn't work out. And it ended up working out for the best. I ended up in Missouri with a wonderful woman, a great place to take care of. And, you know, it's easier to do things for other people than it is to do it for myself. So that's what I'm doing. But the number one thing that we don't have in any excess is money. I can go to work, and I got injured, and I was making $10.50. That's what I was making. So it's, you know, we was paying the bills. Well, yeah, she's making a little bit of money, doing some other work, and you know, we hustle marketplace. We're looking for free stuff and cheap stuff. Now, we got a water heater. We drove something like 3 hours to get to a water heater. The guy wanted $30 for it, but then, you know, after we talked to the missus, his wife, and they decided, hey, you know what? You keep your money. So we ended up with a water heater for free. Allegedly, it works. Do we know? No, we won't know until we hook it up. It's only one way to find out. Is hook it up. When I was in Houston by myself and thinking about the homestead and thinking about getting me a place, I was watching Craigslist because they don't have Facebook. So I was watching Craigslist. I came across some patio doors, and I came across a 9-light. I think it used to be a French door. You know, it was a 15-light door. And I had the vision that I would use that door, that 15-light door, for a kitchen window. Well, those plans didn't work. But anyway, I brought them doors up to Missouri with me, and they survived the trip. And the patio doors are big ones. They're a 4-foot panel. They're not your traditional Home Depot panel. They're 4 foot. So we're closing in the back porch to keep it a little bit warmer. And we're turning into basically a sunroom. We're going to use them doors as windows. Yesterday we picked up some more windows. And we'll put one together, and we're going to put it in the north wall. So we'll have an operational window. Got a storm door we picked up for like $15, I guess. And I'm going to use it for a door at this porch. The point I'm trying to make is this. It's easy to get overwhelmed if you have never done the homestead thing, and you jump into it, and you've done all the reading of all the books in the library, and you watched all the YouTube videos of all the big channels that are doing all these chicken coops and tractors and all this stuff that they're doing. And so you know you got to get in there, and you got to have a pickup truck, and you got to have a tractor, and you got to have. You get into it, and you don't have. Next thing you know, you got some kind of major crises. It feels like a major crisis. And you can't make it work. And you say, okay, let me back up and restart. Sometimes you don't even restart. You just back up. Just quit. Say, the hell with it. You find something else to do. And that's the thing that struck me about Homestead Rewind. They said they retreated, regrouped their forces, and went back to it. So, you know, and does it take money? Yeah, it takes money. Does it take a tractor? It's like an automatic. Stick shift works, but tractor, yeah, same thing. That tractor makes your jobs easier. You need to dig a hole? You got a backhoe in that tractor? You dig a hole. Don't have a backhoe? Good old Mexican backhoe, shovel. Farmers have been using it for decades. Still works. It's not the easiest way to dig a hole. Not the most practical. Not the fastest, but it'll dig a hole. And the list goes on. You got this thing going. You got 10 feet of snow outside, and you got to get wood in the house. You figure out a way to get that wood in the house. Luckily, we live in Missouri, and we're not going to see that much snow. You know, it's this global warming thing everybody keeps talking about is our blessing. So, I'm sure there's going to be things that happen. We had a breaker box go out, and the lights was flickering and dimming, and we was dropping legs in the box, and all kinds of fun stuff was happening. I said, hey, we need a box. So we get a box. We're going to wait to get some breakers. It didn't work for us. We had to replace the box in the middle of the night by a flashlight. I did that. I didn't do it the way I wanted to. I did it and made it work. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to do some repairs. It's not going to be done, quote, right, but it's going to work. It's going to be better than what I got now. It's going to be, just make it better. And that's all you can do. You get in this thing, you jump in, and you get up to your neck and chicken shit and cats and everything else. You work one problem at a time, and you just keep on doing. You got that honey-do list, and it never goes away. My honey-do list is a book, people. A book, okay? Very, very thick book. It's a book of love, though. It's something I want to do. It's something I'm going to do. I got lurkers out there that, you know, they don't even want to talk to. They don't even want to leave comments on my channel no more, because according to them, I'm boring. They want to see me in drama and stress, and you know, cars broke down, trying to figure out how to keep them from getting towed. And they want to see me homeless, and they want to complain because I'm out here, etc., etc. I don't care. Here I am. I'm doing this. You know, I got a happy woman. She makes me very happy. We're doing this thing. We got firewood over here. I got a pile of firewood right beside me. You know, we got a little old chainsaw. It's not a gas one. To me, that electric chainsaw beats the hell of a damn cold-ass engine. Trying to get a 2-cycle engine to start when it's 30 degrees. If you've done it, you know what I'm talking about. They're a pain in the ass to start. But, electric chainsaw? Do you have a fresh battery? If you kept it outside and it's cold, take it in, stick it on the charger, get the green light, put it back on it. You're done, you're ready to go. Till you have to recharge it. Sure, the batteries cost $70, but the gas can and the oil and the fuel and the trip to town to get the fuel and get the oil, etc., etc. You have to pick your battles, which is better for you. But I won't say to anybody who's struggling, who's sitting there in the library in the big city, choking on the city air and saying, I want to live in the country, how do I do it? And you're reading that book of How to Build the Perfect House, How to Build the Perfect Barn. That book is a liar. You don't need a perfect barn. You need a barn. You don't need a perfect barn. You need a house. You don't need a perfect house. There's several homesteaders who started out with nothing. They started out with a tent and built a shed, and then they built a house. We got a 30-year mobile home. We're remodeling it a little bit at a time. It's a patchwork quilt, but it's a mobile home. And every time I put a nail in it, I make it a little bit better. Am I going to make it perfect? No, it ain't never going to be perfect. But that's what we do. That's homesteading. That's the prepper's way. You know, you hear all about this 5-year storage and everything else. Hey, all that's good. All that's good. There's nothing wrong with storing up food for tomorrow. But how are you getting to tomorrow? Peace, guys.